Hi folks, Stratman from pitware.com. Another trading example. Took this trade yesterday, showing it on Forex Factory. This is the trading video to go with that. So I usually like to show on the forum here. This is a free forum at Forex Factory, just the pitware.com thread. There's two trades here. I'm going to show the pound USD trade here that made 24.5 pips. We can see down here, if I show you that, I usually post up the analysis charts just so that people can see what kind of events rated, and then I'm just going to explain by way of video right now what caused me to get into these trades. Okay, so let's do just that. So we're looking at the M15 pound euro. Just need to move back a bit so you can see what kind of occurred on here. So let's see, we've got a trend line forming going upwards on the M15. I looked down at my dashboard during yesterday. At this time, I would be told what the range is. This is the market hours indicator that I've got built into the dashboard, telling me that we had about 40 pips here. I like to look for 40 pips on the Asian session before I trade, typically. So I saw that we'd been basically having a downtrend most of the time prior to that. So now we just step along, and we got a breach of the trend line. So the first thing I'm going to do is head on over to THV and check out what's going on there. We've got some fractal alert breakout alert as well to let us know that we were going. That's all built into the dashboard too. So let me just go to THV. So on THV, you had the same kind of thing forming here. You got the trend line. This is on the M5 for THV. Trend line's going upwards, and we just got the rules getting met for going short here, which is the fast tricks is crossing the slow tricks and the fast tricks is crossing the zero. Nice angle on the fast tricks, so we're going to get some good separation as this spreads apart on its way down. Just moving on along here. Right, this was the time to look at trading. Even though we were below the cloud and below the coral, I still wouldn't have got in back here because there's a trend line. Got to see a break of this trend line as well. So some of you guys that say to me THV's not really working for you or whatever, well, the fact is that THV has to be balanced up with other good trading techniques. So in this case, the trading technique I used here was a trend line break. So even though the rules were met for THV at some point along here, like even here the rules for THV are met. If you look here, cross a zero, whatever, but I'm not going to get into a trade just here. I haven't got anything to base where my target is, where I'm going to go to. So out here, clearly we're below the coral, below the cloud, we've broken the trend line, and we've got the tricks rules met. So I entered the trade. I entered basically on where the yellow horizontal line is, so I entered basically pretty much on the break of that line. I could see it was inevitable. So just go down to M1. So on M5, all the rules were basically met, but rules weren't met on M1 yet. So we just needed to see that happening. So off we go. We're watching. We get the breach of the trend line here with this candle, but not happy to enter yet because I haven't got the crossover. It could have been a false break, but as soon as I got the crossover here and it looked like it's solidly going through, I entered the trade. So you can see where I entered the trade on the yellow horizontal there. So we carry on, and as the trade develops, we're watching. Didn't really go back against me very much. Quite pleased with that. So clearly we got the breakout, then the retesting of the trend line, which is what we expect, and then we just carry on following the trade through. And I'm just watching this on the M1 at the moment, and as we carried on, we're making lower highs all the way through. Now you would have known that if you watched my other video for the same day on the euro, I actually moved my stop to break even kind of somewhere down here. Now again, I could have got out on this trade for a good 29 pips at this point, and I probably should have. But I didn't, and the trend down was just so strong that I didn't mind holding this position a bit more. In fact, I was starting to look at this as a longer term trade on the M15, so I carried on sticking into it, and as it developed and went further down, I finally got out down here, and probably would have been just as good getting out back here, because in the end I only got about the same amount. So there we go, about 25 pips when you take into account the spread. So that's how that one unfolded. Now just switch back to the M5. So as the M5 unfolded, we kind of dropped down. Probably should have got out down here. There was plenty of profit being made at that point, but I left it in with a stop. But naughty, should have taken it out. There was my other opportunity to take it out there, and I didn't. This is how you can lose money if you're not too careful. But the trend was down anyway, so what I was looking for was that we'd made a lower low than previously, and then we made a lower high than previously. So I was quite happy to kind of hold in here, because to me trend had definitely changed direction. So, and then we made another lower low, so the expectation is on the next part it could make even another lower high. But by this point I'm thinking it's getting close to another major news announcement. I'm going to get out, and that's what I did. Looking at the analysis on the M15, we just see that going through the motions, broke through, I entered, I've drawn where I entered right there, carried on through. Look, you know, if I had to move my stop to break even, I would have been taken out, but my stop was above the trend line. So, and there we go. So came on down, and I got out here. We could have ended up with more profit, in fact a lot more profit, but we didn't get it. But I was okay, because I'd taken out for the full day 70 pips. So anyway, if you want to learn a bit more about our trading strategy and how we trade, just come along to the pipware.com thread at Forex Factory. It's free, and if you would like to just see a bit more about what we do on our website, just pop along to pipware.com, register on the site. Again, that's free as well, and just have a look through what we've got to offer for you. Cheers, it's Strapman signing off. We'll catch you next time.